Wake up, Jacob. It's me, IP. And if you are rocking with the tribe, like, share, subscribe. Check the description box below. Hey, listen, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the new normal. It's going to be a new normal. I was looking at a couple of clips and, sports, a lot of sports talk and, your ESPNs and your first takes and your things like that. They're really speaking a lot about racism, and a lot of the athletes, are starting to protest. They're starting to use their platform to voice their concerns that they want change. They want change, and I think most of us do. We all want some sort of change because it cannot go on the way it's going. Now I understand we come from a Hebrew or Yahudim or Israelite perspective or something like that, so it's a little different. We know, hey, it's not going to really change or get back to where Israel is the head and not the tail until the Messiah come. We understand that. We know that. But again, we have to look at it from this particular perspective. Okay, so shalom, guys. For joining me, appreciate that. But that new normal, okay, we can all feel it. We all know what's going on. Okay, we all see, hey, you know what? People are starting to kind of look at us a little different and, start to consider, a few things. Now, here's the good news. Although racism will not completely go away, okay, it will change. And the reason why I say that, it'll change, because it's, the racism, is taught. Okay, it's taught. We understand about the curses and all that, so everybody relax. But let's just be in the moment. We know that it is taught. Okay, racism goes through generation and generation and generation and generation, right? But now this younger generation, these millennials, these Generation X's and Z's and all that, they are not like their grandparents. Okay, they're not like their grandparents. They are, this whole racism thing is kind of going away. Now, I know some of us can say, well, I've seen some videos and there's a few, young people and, they're doing racist type things. I mean, I've seen the George Floyd challenge and things like that, So, again, it's taught. I don't have a beef with our Gentile brethren. I don't have a beef with, the white Gentiles or anything like that, right? I have a beef with the racist ones, but I don't have a beef with them in general, right? Because some of them, especially those who are in the faith, they don't think like that. Okay, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't think like that. But the things that are going on, are pretty disheartening. It's pretty disheartening. It's pretty bad. It's enough to inflame you. It's enough to really. It's enough to make you upset. It really is. But we all, we got to keep our wits about us. There's a huge change. I saw some of these, the Von Millers, and then I think you guys saw that commercial with all the different athletes, with different football athletes. They're talking about, I'm George Floyd, and then they started naming some of the other one. I'm Tamir Rice and Michael Brown and, Trayvon Martin and stuff like that. And then we're starting to see the NFL kind of backtracking a little bit with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, pretty much making him a pariah. And they're starting to kind of backtrack a little bit. They can't really apologize. They can't apologize to you, Kaepernick, because, we were wrong and we see this systemic problem, it is persisting and all that. They can't do that because there was a settlement. And obviously if they apologize to him by name, they would be admitting guilt, right? That he got, what I think Shannon would say, whiteballed by the system, that he got whiteballed by us. And we know he did do that. And just the backlash, that anybody who says, Black Lives Matter and things like that. And it's so weird that you still have some people who have some of this racism so ingrained, so entrenched, that as soon as you say Black Lives Matter, then they will say, hey, don't disrespect the flag and all that, and then they turn to patriotism, which you're just trying to distract from the point. And then I don't know what it is. You guys have to help me out. I respect you guys' opinion. But something is, to me, it seems like they're saying, like, if you say Black Lives Matter, they translate to mean that only Black Lives Matter or Black Lives Matters more, when that's not what it is. It's like, okay, we're not, you know, like, what, we're just saying that we matter, right? I'll give you an example. When you say Black Lives Matter, you know, I don't go around holding up the banner, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives, I don't even say all that, right? But if you say Black Lives Matter, okay, and then someone else comes along and they say all lives matter, first of all, they're just trying to distract you from the point, and it doesn't make sense considering the present time. Here's what I mean. If you go to a neighborhood, okay, you go to a neighborhood, you're a firefighter, you go to the neighborhood, and and then there's one house on fire. You go to this neighborhood, you're a firefighter, one house on fire, and you pull out your hose and you're getting ready to spray down that house with water, hose it down with water. And then somebody says, hey, what are you doing? You're like, okay, I'm about to spray down this house. Wait. Why would you do it to that house? All these houses matter. Spray down all of these houses. Yeah, but this one is on fire. That's the same thing. So they're just distracting from the point. You're just distracting from the whole point. We're just saying it matters. It doesn't take anything from you. Here's the thing. Let's say if we can quantify rights, right? Let's say we can quantify rights. And let's say we put it on a scale and everybody else's rights is on 10, scale to 1 to 10. Everyone else's right is on 10. But the black life is on 4. All that you want is for everybody's right to be on 10. Doesn't mean everybody's rights go down to 4. It just means I want my rights to be on 10 too. Not more, not less, the same. Anyway, I don't want to digress into, you know, all that. It's just that I'm looking at the absurdity of it all. You know, I'm looking at certain things that I'm looking at, seeing on social media. You know, I'm looking at things, you know, Facebook, things like people that I've already I just unfriended, unblocked, or whatever. Didn't argue. I don't really get online, just argue with people back and forth, you know, ad nauseum. I just don't, you know. Maybe respond here or there, but in general, I'm not going to do it because everyone still have their own opinion. I have an opinion, everybody else have their opinion, and most of the time people's opinion don't change, and when they do change, people are really not public about it. They don't say, well, I previously felt this way, I still feel this way, you know, or that way, or I used to feel this way and now I feel another way, you know. But yeah, some people's minds are not going to change. Like brother, you know, Brother Stockton was just saying, you know, that we're still considered not human. Still, I mean, it's still written down. It's still, the laws have not even changed. It's still considered not human. You're absolutely right. By hearing and hearing by, you know, cognitive dissonance. That's what we're experiencing right now. So personally, it's just ridiculous. You know, it's just ridiculous. But hey, it's gonna be a new normal out there, guys. Then the economy's starting to open back up, you know, people starting to shop again. I'm looking at, you know, movie theaters, they starting to release movies again and kind of get out there, and we'll see what happens, you know. In the meantime, I'm just going to do what I need to do to just keep preparing and separating myself from other people. You know, I'm gonna lock arms with my brothers out there, you know, Frank, Ronnie, lock arms with my brothers, and we're just gonna, you know, just get ready. You know, that's it. You know, we're just gonna get ready. You know. Oh, I also saw a resurgence of the pandemic, the coronavirus. You know, COVID-19 resurgence. I was looking at just yesterday. I was looking at there's a resurgence in Texas, resurgence in Arizona, resurgence in California, resurgence on the East Coast, and people are starting to come rushing right back. Did we just not say that there's gonna be a rebound? Did we not say that sucker is gonna have a massive U-turn? We said that. But hey, nobody's even talking about it. I understand there's some other pressing things, you know, with racism and George Floyd and all that. I get it. But how soon do we forget? I'm not even seeing as many people wearing masks. Okay? Got my mask right here. I'm not even seeing that many people wearing masks right now. What can I say? So people just forgetting all about it. We are, you know, it just tells me and it reminds me that we are so easily distracted. We're so easily distracted. And this is going to be the new normal. Hey guys, I'm sorry I hadn't been on very much, but I've been, you know, working on various things. But I'll get back. You know, I really want to just get on when I actually, you know, have something to say, if I want to just share my thoughts or something like that. So do me a huge favor, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. You know, let's go ahead and start this dialogue. Let's get it going. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Israelite Prepper.